Hi there, I'm Marshall with Float On, and this is an introductory video to explain everything you need to do and not do to have a good float for your first float or any floats after that. So you'll be floating in one of 6 rooms we have, and each room is a little bit different, and there are some different styles of tanks, but the overall experience is going to be pretty much the same. You'll be floating in about 11 inches of water, and there's enough salt in the water to keep you floating on the surface totally effortlessly no matter what happens. Each room has some light controls. This one's right under this handle here, and if you push that, it's going to be totally dark and totally quiet. If you have any issues with getting water in your ears, we do provide earplugs, and they're in this little amenities basket here. If you choose to use them, you want to put them in dry, so before you take your shower, and you just form them into a ball and then flatten them into a disc and form a seal over the outside of your ear canal. Now you don't want to actually insert them into the ear canal itself, you just want to form a seal over the outside. If you don't have any issues with getting water in your ears while you swim or bathe or under normal circumstances, then it's totally optional to use the earplugs. One thing you want to do is just make sure you clean the salt out of your ears really well after the float. The water is salty enough, it'll leave a crust behind on anything it dries on, including the inside of your ears. We've got this bottle here, it's just half white vinegar and half water. You're going to use this while you're showering off afterwards. Just tilt your head to the side and squirt a couple drops in each ear. Do it a couple times and that should clean out all the salt. If you have any cuts, scrapes, or burns, or other sensitive areas that you think might sting in the salt water, we do have some petroleum jelly that you can use. You can apply a little layer over the affected area. It should seal out the salt water and keep it from stinging when you get in, if the cut is small enough. Now, for tiny little scrapes and cuts, it's probably fine to just get in. You'll feel a stinging sensation, should go away after a few seconds. No big deal. If you do feel any persistent stinging or burning while you're in there, you'll just want to hop out, rinse off and dry the affected area, apply some petroleum jelly and try again. We also have some Q-tips and some makeup remover wipes in each of these baskets. The first thing you're going to want to do before your float is silence your cell phone or turn it off. Next, you're going to want to undress and take a shower. Shower's over here in the corner. We've got soap, shampoo, and conditioner. If you want to use the conditioner, just hold off till after the float. It's got oils that'll gunk up the water, but the soap and shampoo are oil-free. And they'll also clean the oils off of your body to keep our tank water extra clean. After you've showered, you're pretty much ready to get in. One thing you want to do though is dry your face off really, really well, because you can feel any little drips of moisture on your skin. It tickles and gets distracting during the float. One area a lot of people tend to feel tension is in the neck and shoulders, and this can come out in the float tank. So one thing you want to do is make sure your neck is nice and relaxed, that you're not pushing your head back into the water or pushing your head up out of the water, and that it's just as relaxed as you can be. So maybe even do some stretches and neck rolls before the float. Now, some of our floaters like to have a little extra head support, and so we've got this halo right here. It just goes behind your head and can help just lift your head a little bit out of the water and support your neck a little bit. We've also got a variety of different shaped float aids in the back, including a thing that goes around your head like a cage, and we've got like noodle sorts of things. So if you want to try any of those, just ask about it when you check in. To get into the tank, you're just going to want to open the doors. And you want to use the hand holds to steady yourself as you're getting in. Just step in one foot after the other until you're sitting in the tank. And then you can either get down on your knees or sit down, and you're just going to gently lay back until you're floating on your back. And it'll be totally effortless. The water is just going to come to just over your ears. The main thing you want to do is try to keep the water out of your eyes, nose, and mouth, and off of your face. It won't hurt you, it's just very, very salty. If it gets in your eyes, it'll sting pretty bad. Doesn't taste too good either. If you get a little itch or a drip on your face while you're in the tank, you can always open the door and grab this little guy right here, which we've got sitting outside the tank, a little face towel. And you want to use that instead of touching your face directly. If you need to get out of the float room to use the restroom, or you just want to get some fresh air, we do have some sandals on the bottom of each bench, and there is a robe behind each door in this garment bag you can use. We just ask that you rinse off in the shower if you can before you head out the door, otherwise you'll leave a trail of salt everywhere you go and on everything you touch. At the end of the float, some music's going to fade into your tank, and that's going to be your cue that the float's over. Now, depending on the tank, the lights might fade up on their own, or you'll want to turn them on at that time. At that point, you're going to want to step out of the tank. The easiest way to start by getting on your hands and knees and then to stand up, and then you'll want to hop out and rinse off in the shower. Try to take about 15 minutes or so to shower off and get dressed after the float. That way we can get in after you and clean up the room and get it ready for the next floater.